Right, so previously I've discussed how to make your own brush from a simple reference image. So you can not only make brush from image, but also you can use image to generate a certain pattern. And here is my from my experience. I think the greatest pattern from the nature itself. So as you guys can see, if you just see the trees stem that we made and we randomly draw on this canvas, and the just the same bucket color. If you compare these two, this is like a computer generated. This is more alive. Okay, even though you change this color to some crazy color, say this blue color or some I don't know, some green color, right? Even though you change it to different color, still it looks alive. Okay, so yeah, so the if you take the reference or take the idea from the nature itself, it can give you a more familiar, more life kind of feeling. Okay, so let's dealing with this. This clearly, you can do that, but it's not recommended to just use computer generated some bucket to or give you the background. So we can practice our brush customization brush technique to build our own pattern brush. Okay, so as I discussed earlier, we can find reference from nature on a website on Splash or whatever website that you think is the best. You can search, for example, um, maybe dirt, something like that. Okay, yeah, this dirt is pretty interesting. Yeah, maybe dirt, something like this. I think this can make a pretty good pattern. Okay, you can just copy. Let me just close it, and adding a layer, copy and paste it here. You can make other disappear. T, right? Make a little bigger, and you can generate a certain pattern from all the dirt. I think this part is pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to Command Enter, Command U to desaturize it, saturation. Okay, and then you can use the same technique to adjust the brightening contrast. Okay, and right, just make it something like this. Okay, and yeah, then you can generate yeah, I think I'm going to just select a certain part. Okay, but that will give you a pretty hard edge, so I'm going to use a soft edge instead. So let me first select certain parts. Okay, so holding shift so you can get a perfect square part. Okay, sorry, marquee tool. Okay, and holding shift. Okay, so after you have done the selection, you can use the eraser to get the edges a little bit softer, so you can increase the brush size. Okay, but that's just too hard, so maybe use a water brush or whatever brush that a little soft. then use the it's just too hard, maybe I don't know, maybe this brush. Let's just change this to soft. Smoothly, maybe a little transfer, opacity, pressure. The kind of just leave it soft edges. Okay, you can do this and you can skip it because some people may yeah, just like the hard edges. Okay, once it is done, and you can combine these two layers together and merge the layer. Once you've chosen that, you can use the deform brush preset and dirt. Okay, and you can just hide it, deselect it, add in a layer, use our dirt brush to right, and you can adjust the tip spacing. Right, pretty cool. And you can change that to dirt-like feeling. Okay, and I think we need to add a transfer as well. So if brush it pretty hard, you can overlap the dirt, right? And shape dynamic, size jitter, jitter a little bit, minimum diameter, angle, make it more variation, maybe 50, and the smoothing, scatter as well, adding the count, and increase the variation of the count, right? And maybe decrease the size, that's just too big. Right, pretty interesting. Right, pretty cool. Then you can give it a background. First, you use the base color, just give it a base color, and then you can add in all the variation of it here, and you can add the color dynamic, right? And change the opacity a little bit and add in another layer. Or maybe not the color dynamic, that's just too much. Maybe not hue jitter. Maybe not color dynamic, because that's just mess up with the just delete this layer. think that's too much. I think I need to decrease the size a little bit. You can use transfer, right? So right, so this is more interesting background rather than just a hard-coded single color background, and you can change the layer down, up a little bit to give a more uniform feel, or just decrease that to leave more space out. Okay, or even just turn it off completely. Okay, or adding a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Just filling the gap between. Okay, so give you a more realistic feeling, interesting variation feeling, rather than just a plain old bucket feeling. Okay, like this uniform color, adding a little bit of variation and change the dynamic a little bit, right? To make it interesting, and of course you can use Gaussian blur and all kinds of things. Okay, so this is just some tests that you can do with your own art. Okay,